Didn't really need to kill that guy. Because he was green after we dinged. So here's an important note. Seems like I won't be able to accept this quest, right? Oh, no, I can't. Well, sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, in this kind of case... Oh, I'm thinking before Warlords of Draenor, back when we didn't have... Oh, bloody hell. Come on. There we go. Now, let me just explain what just happened. Ordinarily, that would have worked, because the quest item would have been an actual item in your inventory, but not anymore. They're not even items anymore, so it's not too much of a big deal now. So that's all fine. So we'll just cake smash to kill you two. And head back to Orgrimmar. So, what quest do we have? We have to go talk to Doris the Wind Rider. We have to go beyond Durotar. And then we have to hand in something to Arnak Fireblade in Orgrimmar. So, we're probably not going to get to level 15. Sorry, not level 14 from Durotar. That's a massive order, but, you know. It is possible. It would take a long time, and it would be really... it would not be optimal at all. But, not a big deal. We can actually go and do a couple of quests over by Windfury Ridge, but that's... I'm not too concerned about that. Actually, I think I'm going to go do that before I go and hand in, because those quests actually lead me to an area that might have some herbs in it. So that's good. We will aggro you, and you, and you, and roll over to you, and while we kill you, and then loot you, the other two can make their way over here ever so bloody slowly. Just like normal, doing a bit of mass pulling, making sure everything is fine and dandy, killing them all with AoE. That's why tanks are pretty good at low level, because they have a pretty reliable AoE that they can use. So, that's kind of why I go tank at low level. And of course, once we hit level 15, we can jump into a dungeon finder to get ourselves loads of experience. And I mean loads. So we're just going to go down here. Because I know that there is a quest over here from a goblin. Again, I know this because I've explored. Because I remember it. For some reason, I remember World of Warcraft really well. So, that is just the case. Going to do a bit of inventory management here. 30 copper. Don't need it. 15 copper. Definitely don't need it. So this guy has 2 quests. Retrieve sacks of supplies. And kill harpies. That's a bit too far away, that herb, for me to grab. It's important to note that I'd have to go all the way there and then all the way back. And I might end up near it again. I might not, but it's not a big deal. It's only 1 herb. I'm not going too far out of my way to grab it. Because it's not on the way to doing other things. Now, these 2 quests, they're not green quite yet. And I can mass pull. Now, here is the problem. You see that? I've got a level 7 here. These guys are severely lower level than me, which means that I will not be getting much experience from them, which sounds like it sucks, which it does, in all honesty. It does kind of suck. Alright, we have our sacks of supplies, but more importantly, as you can see on the minimap, we have one and another herb, which is great, because that's mostly what we'll be here to do, and the quest itself will still give us some experience, and of course we're getting a bit of gold out of it. And hello, level random unknown 58 Death Knight. I wonder what you were doing in here. Oh well. Hopefully she didn't kill everything. It looks like she killed a fair amount of them. Maybe she's just grabbing reputation. That's fine. We can continue to go down here. And kill you. Throw that there so that the edge of it hits that harpy as we grab this sack of supplies. And then loot her. And then Cake Smash to utterly annihilate them. I do like Cake Smash. It's a very good ability. I know that the main tank of our guild, he's a warrior, hates monks because of Cake Smash, because it deals so much threat in an AoE, and it's got such a short cooldown. I mean, 8 seconds isn't all that much, so yeah, a lot of non-monk mostly warriors, I found, don't like monks because of the amount of threat that they can do. I mean, because look at this. I mean, this is just AoE threat on no cooldown, with no cost at range. I mean, the warriors are going to be jealous of that. Alright, looks like these guys are a little bit higher level, which is great. That means that we can get some more experience from them. Actually, just looking up at my minimap there, it looks like I've got a herb behind me, but actually it's above me, which is important to note, because going back there would require a lot of backtracking, probably about 3 or 4 minutes of backtracking just going in a circle, so we don't want to do that. We want to focus more upon the ones that we can find. It's like, oops. Like, there should be one around here, because it's actually mostly impossible to get up these mountains without a flying mount, especially these ones in the middle. So, as expected, this is down here. And it looks like we're actually done here. But I think I'll clear this place out. Mostly just because I want to. I just want to relax a little bit. Maybe there'll be some herbs around here. They don't offer too much experience, but they do offer experience, which is the most important thing. And they're really easy to kill, so it's really easy experience. And it does even look like there is a herb up here, so that's good for us. And where is it? There it is. It's right there. Hopefully we've slowed them enough that we can grab this before they attack us. Yep, there we go. And, oh, just in time. So, there we go. Sweetie's kicking some butt, taking some names. And we'll just aggro everything else around here before we leave. So that's all good. All good. Aggro everything. Jab you, then Tiger Palm you. Unfortunately, that didn't kill you, which is annoying because these guys are all bloody ranged. That's fine. And then it looks like we're in perfect position to Keg Smash. There we go. Just trying to find the AoE situation. So there we go. That is all sorted out. We're a bit low on sacks of supplies. I don't actually see any around here because it doesn't look like they actually drop from here, which is a shame because we went all this way in and all we found was a herb and some experience, which admittedly isn't that bad. It's actually pretty good. And I didn't loot these guys because I can loot them on my way out, which is a pretty good technique. So we'll just go through here. And it seems like I have pretty much exhausted the resources of this valley. Not that there were too many, just the experience and the herbs, which of course is important because we want to level up alchemy. So we will continue to go this way. And yeah, we'll head back through the cave tunnel to find our last sacks of supplies as we return to the goblin to give him the quest back. So hopefully this will get us to maybe 50%. I'm not all that optimistic that it will, but if it gets us to 50%, that will put us 50% into level 14 before we even leave the level 1 to 10 zone. And as you can see, I've done that in a fairly short amount of time. It's not the most organized way of doing it, and it's certainly not the most optimized, but it will certainly do it for you, and it's how I do it. And most importantly, it's also quite fun, which is important, because if this game isn't fun as you level up, why the hell are you playing it? So, yeah, I just want to point that out. You want to enjoy yourself, so. And it looks like we need one more sack. Hopefully it will be along this way, and then it hasn't despawned. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, lovely. There is the last sack of supplies that we need. Okay, and we'll head back to the goblin. And we might grab the herb while we're on it, so we'll go do that. I have a thing where I like to 100% zones. It's just kind of a thing I do. I really like to finish every part of a zone. It feels nice for the completionist in me, you know? So that's what I'm going to do. At least for now. There may be some zones where I just go, bollocks to it. I'll have to do it some other time or not at all. So we will head this way over to the goblin, and we'll probably grab some herbs. And we're going to think about where we're going to go next. We have to go to Orgrimmar, which is, of course, going to be a big thing. Let's just quickly look at what we're going to get. We're going to get a staff or a weapon, a sword. So we will delete something in preparations for this. And we will grab... Is that better than this one? Yes, it is. Or is this one better? I'd say the staff is better, so we'll grab this. We'll grab the staff. Delete the leggings because we need a place for the second weapon to go. There we go. Now we have a staff that looks really weird. It's... Wow. Okay. Well, so be it. We will continue to move this way. We'll head back to Orgrimmar. We will hand in the 2 quests that we have, because the other one is to take us to Azshara, which is probably where we're going to be going next. I'd rather go to Azshara than to the Barrens, because Azshara has some interesting quests that is more about lore and funny gimmicky things, as opposed to just, you know, standard grinding quests, which is, the Barrens has a little bit more of that. So we'll go to Azshara and see how we can optimize questing in an environment that is much more about enjoying the quest as opposed to plowing through them. So we will we'll roll our way through there. Just look at all the fancy people on their flying mounts. We don't have a mount yet, although we're starting to move towards that part of having a mount. So that's it's pretty damn quick, isn't it? So it's all going nicely, and I think at level 20 we'll also be able to teleport to the Peak of Serenity in Pandaria to do some monk quests, which is some of the newest quests in the game, which is awesome. So that's definitely something that we can do. So we will head over here to the bounty board, the War Chief's command board, even past Archmage Khadgar. We're about 80 levels too low for you, my friend. And hand in that. That's the Northern Barrens. We won't be going there, so we'll head to this guild vendor, sell a bunch of our stuff, except for the linen cloth. We'll do something special with that. Sell all that. Don't need all that. There's a lot of stuff we don't need, isn't there? So we'll go through here. Alright, we have 1 gold 30, which is a good start. Let's see if we can't improve that. Now, last time we went to the auction house, I had a look for some items that I could use to maybe make myself a bit more powerful, but there were none there for a reasonable price. 2,500 gold for a level 10 staff? Seriously? What is wrong with the economy in this game? Okay, so we're going to look for linen cloth. Now, we don't need bolts. Let's have an exact match. Right. So, linen cloth currently going 80 for 1 gold, 15 for 2 gold. Let's just... We've got 51 on us, so let's just say 49, 50. 50 silver. Whoops. Now, that would have sold for about 2 silver if we'd vended it. So that's a big gain. And 50 silver might not sound like a lot, but that's over a quarter of what we currently have. So, pretty important that we get all that stuff done. Now, you'll notice here these two quests appear to be on the same spot. In reality, they are not. One of them is below Orgrimmar in the Cleft of Shadows, and the other is above Orgrimmar on the top of that mountain. So we will head down first and go and hand in this quest. Now, it's important you know where you're going, of course, and helping the quest and sorry, knowing the quest and knowing the environment is pretty important, but that's not too much of a big deal. I'm just going to roll off that cliff to constantly try and speed things up. Just go around here and talk to you. Alright, now this guy wants us to talk to someone in the Northern Barrens, which isn't a big deal. We probably wouldn't even do that. So we will head up here, past all the filthy warlocks. Grr, warlocks. Grr. I'll have to level one eventually, you realise. Oh, goodness me, that's going to be a nightmare. I think when I level up my other characters, I might use heirlooms, just because it's going to be less about showing you guys what I enjoy to do, and more about just getting it done so that I can get it done and start making guides. Because, of course, I want to make guides for every class, eventually. So we will we'll actually come out this way because it leads us to Yelmak's Alchemy and Potions. Because what we want is some alchemy supplies. Come here. We want some crystal bars. We'll buy 40 of them. Okay. Now, we will make for ourselves whatever we can make the most of. So we can make 18 of these, which is what we want to do. So we'll start by going to Yelmak, who will teach us our first one at 15. So we want to make 14 of them. So now we will make 14 of these. I'll speed this up so that it doesn't take forever. Okay, now we will learn the Weak Troll's Blood Elixir and make for ourselves 4 healing potions, because that's all we can make at the moment, because it looks like everything requires silver leaf. Oh, this one doesn't. That's good. So we can actually get up to 20. Can't get up to 25, which is the next one, but we can actually get up to 20, just to 20, not 25. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So we will head up now to the elevator. You can actually head up through the enchanting supplies area and just move up through here and then around here to the elevator, which will take us up here to the Wind Rider Master. So we're pretty much done with Durotar now. There's pretty much no quests we need. I'm pretty sure I didn't get the achievement because I don't think there's actually an achievement for doing quests in Durotar, because that's like the first one. So if you look through here, I have actually done all of them, except for Desolus, Feralus, Tanaris, and Lawmaster. But you see Ashenvale, Azshara, Dustswallow, Feralus, Southern Barrens, Tanaris, Ungoro, Northern Barrens, Desolus, Felwood, Silithus, Stone Talon, Thousand Eagles, Winterspring. Durotar does not have its own quest achievement, but it seems like I have done all of it, because as you can see I've explored everything but the Valley of Trials, which is the starter zone for the Orcs. So that's all pretty much sorted out. So I have 2 quests here, one for Axeloth and one for just going to the Northern Barrens, and the other one takes us to Azshara, so that's where we'll be going next. So what we are going to do now is we are just going to hand in this final quest to get this little tiny bit more spattering of experience, even though it's great. It will offer us, I think, just a little bit of experience, maybe like 2-3%. Let's see what it does. I just think this is more for figuring it out. Yeah, about 2%. So we're not actually going to take this quest. We are actually going to end it here. We're going to head out to Azshara. We have everything ready. We have our herbs all nicely here. We don't need this raptor egg. What we're going to do, actually, we're going to right-click here. Trade goods. All of our trade goods will now go into here. We'll put our potions into this bag. So we have some healing potions, strength potions, and regeneration potions. None of them really helpful, but if we go into an instance, it might be a worthwhile idea to just chug them down so that we can just be a little bit better of a tank because we'll have people that have heirlooms there and they'll want us to mass pull, and it will generally be a nightmare. So I'm currently just going over the drag right now so that I can move quickly over into the Valley of Honor and into Azshara. So we will do that. As we also do this, we will just drop down here. The full damage won't kill us. So we will jump down here, and put our crystal vials in here as well, because we need those. And it looks like there's a fashion expo going on. Oh my. Well, there we go. So we go through here, and we'll get out of trade chat because it's trade chat. I don't spend much time in trade chat. Have we left it? There we go. Okay, good. So we will head up here to Azshara. Now, before we finish off and head into Azshara, we're just going to delete the Northern Barons and Axeloth. We don't need to hand in either of those because they're just not necessary because we're not going to the Northern Barons. So, here we are in Azshara, and this is where we will conclude. So, we've done pretty well so far. Without any heirlooms, we've got to level 13 in Durotar alone, an area that will at most give you level 10 if you don't go around and do extra stuff like we did. Then, so that was great. And that will conclude day 1 of this WoW Live. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. As always, if you have questions, comments, thoughts, all that stuff, you can contact me using the links in the description, or you can just leave a comment. As always, I offer my heartfelt thanks to my patrons for making this kind of thing possible, for letting me do this as my job. It's amazing and awesome and cool, and I love you folks. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, I wish you the best of luck in the world of Warcraft. I will see you next time.